Dear colleagues, we have with us today the Prime Minister of Slovenia, Robert Golob. Prime Minister, dear Robert, let me start by thanking you for accepting our invitation to address the European Parliament as part of our This is Europe series of debates. These have been difficult days for Europe, and it is time to reaffirm our values. The war in Ukraine is continuing unabatedly. Pushed back onto the battlefield, the Kremlin has increasingly turned its war machine onto innocent civilians, weaponizing basic commodities in a desperate attempt to get Ukraine and Europe to concede. I am proud of our clear, united and unwavering response, because our values, our freedom, our liberty, our democracy are non-negotiable. The people of Ukraine are fighting precisely for these values, and yet this does not mean that the consequences are not being felt. People in Slovenia are worried. People in Europe are worried. They are worried about heating their homes, about getting to the end of the month, about paying their bills. And this is the time when European leadership is needed the most. This means common actions, solidarity in gas supply and the creation of the credible energy single market. This is how we address our citizens' concerns in the short term. But we also need to be clear. Our surest way of achieving full energy independence is by speeding up our green transition, and this has become just as much about security as it is about climate ambition. It is not the time to backtrack. Prime Minister, with two-thirds of Slovenia's power generation being CO2-free, and by further pledging to increase the use of renewable energy by 2030, your country has been showing leadership in this field. What is more, by increasing interconnection with its neighbours, Slovenia is well on track to improve its energy resilience, and I look forward to seeing this same commitment reflected by all member states within our union. Prime Minister, I also see Slovenian leadership when it comes to accelerating the integration process of the Western Balkans, and here I speak more specifically about Bosnia and Herzegovina. This year we have already seen with Ukraine and with Moldova what a powerful message EU candidacy status can give. And my hope for us is to have this same courage also with our friends in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Dear Prime Minister, dear Robert, the floor is yours.